Hey there, demons. It's me, your boy. We are here. Finally in the modern era of Fatal Frame. Even though this game, I think it came out originally in like 2016. It's on screen. We are playing the PS5 version of it. How neat. We have the art book. I don't like how it does that flash every time you pick something. So, what? These are not like old games. What the fuck? Hmm. I do know that Circle and X being swapped is just more because this is a Japanese game. We'll stick with whatever. Well, I don't. You can do a backwards run. We'll stick with the default and see what the other one is. What's good, man? Zero motion control in my house. Inverted. Yo, it's good. I see the crews coming out. How goes it, gentlemen? Yeah, we've played it up in English up to this point, so we'll keep it in English, I guess. We're finally in the HD era for Fatal Frame, so even though the Fatal Frame games look really good on PS2, we can actually see what a PS5 Fatal Frame game kind of looks like. Technically, this was a Wii U game, but we're not going to nitpick like that. I do know that this game was not received as well in the Fatal Frame community. Spirited away, in the vicinity of Mount Hikami, people have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace. One such girl is Miyu Hinasaki. She awakens to find herself in an old, half-flooded building. I don't know why people don't care for this game, so we're getting a pretty fresh thing. Other than like, I know it was kind of looked poorly on. Um, could have been better. Definitely could have been worse. I could have died, but there was at least twice in the span of a 12-hour window that I thought I was about to die. Once from driving in inclement weather, and once from intense stomach pains. Oh, I hope she is wearing. Okay, good. I was about to say, this better not be another cyberpunk stream.
Where am I?
The fact that we get to like actually see everything properly is wonderful. Oh, yeah, he can't see anything. I'll answer again here in a minute. Alright, welcome back. Yeah, you got hit with my like 1 minute in ads, but you should be good for the next half hour. Um My holiday was rough. There was a couple times that I thought I was going to die. Yo, they got their Tibbles hanging out. We got a whole tutorial. Okay. Ah. Let's find a way out of here. I will say that the visuals alone are making this a wonderful experience. Looks like there's a cave wall on the other side of the lattice. I can see some stone statues out in the darkness. It must be underground now. How do I get out of here? So they let you progress through. Okay, so we can run with L2. Just light at the end of the corridor. Maybe there's a way out that way. The Tibbles monsters! Chasing after me. I have to get out. Oh, they were not gonna let me like look around or anything. Damn. Okay. I'm pressing L2. Oh, I think they meant like not the camera obscura. These controls are not like the original games. Usually you would hold square to run. So this is technically Fatal Frame 5. We've had to skip 4 because as of this recording, it hasn't been released in the United States yet. But it will be here in a couple months. You can really maneuver a lot better. It'll take a little bit of getting used to, but I can see it being really useful. Did I work today? Yes. And I remained as much of a ghost as absolute possible, so I was not available on Teams. Nor will I be available on Teams this whole week if I have it my way. So you control the camera when you're holding L2. The camera moves with your movement. So if I start turning left, the camera's going to turn left with me. So that way she's always looking forward and the camera's always forward. I can't like look around. But yeah, I did work technically. That's kind of gross, dog. You about to get strangled. Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice. Miyu Hanasaki has disappeared. No one could hear her cries for help as she was sealed into a shrine on top of a mountain. I have to read these fast. That mountain is where the events of the story take place. We follow the fates of 3 people. Yuri, Rin, and Miyu. It's a terrifying tale of the supernatural. Roll credits. I have some pizza here that I'll be eating while we play. Oh, illegal fucking flashbang. Holy shit. Yuri Kozukata. The first drop. Among the residents of the villages at the foot of Mount Hikami, a certain unique ability has been passed through the ages. This ability, known as shadow reading, enables the user to view the shadow or trace of someone lost in inexplicable circumstances. This is not unlike the psychometry practiced elsewhere. Yuri Kozukata accompanies Hisoka Kurosawa, a woman who possesses the shadow reading ability, to an abandoned inn on Mount Hikami. Sensing Yuri could in time become talented at shadow reading, Hisoka takes her along on an assignment. This is interesting that we're getting story like in between chapters.
I thought that I'd be scared of death. But I can't even cry.
Ma'am, that's not safe. You're gonna slip and fall.
I am alone. In the end, I am alone.
There's a banana peel right in front of you. Don't move.
I will end it all. Alone.
Yuri?
Huh?
I tried to tell you.
What we're looking for should be in here.
It's definitely an upgrade. Oh, fuck. She's
This
hot.
is an excellent chance for you to take the lead. Here, take this.
I have yet to say that about any of the Fatal Frame protagonists. Though I could have made that argument for Fatal Frame 3. The main girl she plays as, she's pretty cute.
Find what we're here for. This is your opportunity. Your first case. I'm sure you'll do well. Let's start with a little practice. It works exactly like a normal camera.
So we get a whole ass tutorial.
Give it a try. Just hold up the camera. The camera obscura photographs the netherworld, a whole other world separate from our own. That world that we see through the lens is not unlike the afterlife. Make sure not to draw too much interest from the things you see. If you aren't careful, you might be drawn into the netherworld yourself.
Yo, why do I gotta take a picture of her titties? Oh, you gotta get them both. Okay. This one I think is out on Steam. The other one I don't think is. I thought they wanted me to get a picture of her titties. I was like, bruh. Oh, what? That's new.
Things around here seem to have changed. It wasn't exactly lucky. Never The mountain used to be revered
This
as
is
sacred ground.
fairly
A
different.
tourist destination. Now it's known as a place to commit suicide. Take this.
Post-mortem
It's a
photograph.
token. It will help lead you to what we're looking for.
Okay.
Don't panic, but be sure to stay on your guard. Go on and head inside.
Okay, so I get a cursor. Welcome to Snap Mode. Here you can freely position and manipulate characters and ghosts in order to take the perfect picture. In camera operation mode, you can adjust the lens and frame, whereas in character operation mode, you can reposition characters, etc. Once everything is in place, remove the menu display and get snapping. So this is a fucking photo mode. I mean, this is appropriate for this game. Character operation mode, you can... Oh, and you can... I haven't played 4 because it's not available in the United States yet, but I will when it comes out here in a couple months. This is the 5th game. What? Is she taller than that other girl? Then... Oh. That's... Now she's smaller. What the fuck? Oh, she was... What? Ah, okay. They knew exactly what the fuck they were doing. Oh. Oh, they fucking knew. Yeah. How do okay, I can... Oh. That's really neat. I could see people taking really cool photos with that.
This is a post-mortem photograph. It's not just a normal photograph. It was taken to mourn the dead. It's why Ren sent us here.
So we get visual sound
It seems that
indicators?
this photo came from somewhere around here, and he wants us to see whether we can find it more.
What I want to know is why they would go out to a place like this dressed in like really cute clothes. This seems so impractical. Like the rest kind of like find themselves in these situations against their will, so like you won't hear any complaints from me. But these two chicks just fucking show up and they're like, let's go, girls. And then they start investigating this old spooky place. Like, oh man. There's a heap of scrap wood at the end of the hallway. The water must have washed it all down here. There's a hole in the wall. I can see the next room over. It looks to be just as flooded. So water, I can already tell, is going to be a pretty big theme in this game. It controls so weird. Like, I don't think it's bad, it's just weird. Goes against what I would expect. Uh-huh. Pull the fucking camera up. Yuki, pull the fucking camera up. They vanished. She tripping. I'm tripping. Why the fuck didn't she pull her camera up? No ghost about to clap cheeks. We have to protect Hisoka at all costs.
Yuri, wait. I can sense something. It's called a trace. A shadow of the past. The token is showing you the way.
Oh, so you don't have to be lost.
Traces can lead you to the right path.
That's convenient, because
Follow that shadow.
that's like half of my playtime of all the previous games, just being fucking lost. Now, I know it went
Come
down
on,
that way.
this way.
Oh, son of a bitch. You're lucky you're hot. Meh. Madge. Yes, I want the shiny thing. So, I actually have to hold R2 during that whole motion. Mount Hikami's downfall. An old dusty book's been left in the hallway. Maybe someone dropped it. Mount Hikami has long been considered holy ground. For centuries, people have been drawn to the many sacred shrines and places of worship, as well as the natural features such as the Twilight Peak and the Pool of Purification, which have themselves been treated with great reverence. The mountain was also popular with tourists and mountain climbers for the beauty of its abundant clear waters and ancient mysterious forest. Worshippers and hikers alike used to find rest at Ichiru Manor, a hot spring resort near the foot of the mountain. Now the inn lies desolate, devoid of visitors. The mountain never recovered from a devastating landslide it suffered many years ago. The shrine road to the summit was cut off, and the flow of the waters throughout the mountain was altered, forever changing the landscape. New roads that were under construction had to be abandoned, and Ichiru Manor was buried under a slew of rock, resulting in numerous fatalities. Among those lost were the family of Ichiru Manor's proprietor, effectively putting an end to the business. Mount Hikami's days as a tourist destination were no more. Instead, the mountain gained notoriety as a suicide spot. Perhaps because it was traditionally a destination to which the dying would venture, the mountain. Oh, they just didn't do a space. The mountain is now a place for those wishing to end their own lives. By extension, it has also become a place for thrill seekers interested in the occult. They forgot to put a space in there. Oh. Okay, well, there was a ghost in front of us, too. Was that a shadow of the past? Places where the traces of the past are very strong, you may be able to view echoes of the past. Photographing them will earn you photo points, which can be used to upgrade the cameras. Was this where he was walking? No! Which means, of course, I'm going to check it out. That looks like the chick on the cover. Like the one in the background, not the one in the foreground. There's a step up here, and this part has floorboards. I think this was a display alcove. I was wondering if that was going to be like a collectible or something. What is her butt doing? Don't rock the boat, don't tip the boat
Maybe it's in
over.
this room.
Oh, it's
It
fucking
appears you'll need
locked.
a key. Try using the camera obscura.
Good lord. Psychic photographs. When you look around through the lens of the camera obscura, you may notice it reacting to objects which are not normally visible. Lock on and photograph them to expose places or items they have a connection with. Find the locations from the photographs and you may discover some clues there as well. I bet you it's that doll thing. Oh, we have to lock onto it? It's something. Okay. There's something in the photo. There's light coming out of a closet, and there's a doll on top of a chest of drawers. That might be where the key is. So it's a token.
Here, you go on ahead of me and look for the key to the door. I'll wait for you here.
I feel like Koei Tecmo was just like, look, we need these games to be more horny. That'll increase sales. Got the key on red keychain. Go back to Hisoka. This is so much more hand-holding than I usually get from the series. Maybe you were not looking in this direction, madam. That doll has moved. I find it weird that they have you do actions with circle,
Somewhere in this room.
but you advance through text with X. Why is it not consistent?
Try searching with the camera obscura. Hold on. There's something there. It could be hidden, invisible to the naked eye.
Phantom expose. The camera obscura will react to items that are normally hidden from the eyes of the living. You can bring those items back to this world by photographing the place they were taken from with the correct angle and position. So it's not simply enough. They really want to make sure you're getting... That's probably good enough. Ah, we get a notify indicator when it's good.
Hmm. This is what we came here for.
Huh.
We shouldn't stay here any longer than we need to.
You're right.
Let's head back before it gets dark.
Okay.
Is that a ghost? Yep.
Yuri, searching for objects like we did just now might be easy, but searching for people is much more difficult.
Okay.
Psychometry allows you to see the psychic imprint as a shadow.
Okay.
Never follow after the shadow of someone who has been spirited away. You might end up seeing something you wish you hadn't.
How the fuck did you get in here? Oh, it closed. Hi. Okay. I wanted to see if it still made you focus on all of her or not. Because if so, I was going to giggle about it. Dude, she fucking teleports.
Let's head back.
God damn it. The AI, if you go off script, like loses its fucking shit. She really is, though. Here we go again. That is kind of difficult. This is so different. Fatal time. Like, they've drastically complicated this. It's way more complicated than it used to be. It's like the same premise is still there, but they've just added so much to it. I wonder if 4 is like that, or is that something that's new in 5?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought you here.
I am alone.
Sorry for getting this one started so late, by the way. I will tell the truth. I was too busy playing Crisis Core offline to start the stream on time. Because I was in the middle of making a whole lot of progress and I didn't want to stop until I hit a really good stopping point. So that's why I started 2 hours late.
Dream again.
Mr. Hojo? Hisoka came by a little while ago.
Oh, Hisoka. What does she want?
She found the photo book.
She did?
Yeah, here, take a look.
I do kind of miss the fixed camera angles, I will say that much. While learning about shadow reading from Hisoka, Yuri used the ability to retrieve an album of post-mortem photographs from a ruined inn on Mount Hikami. The album was requested by a certain Ren Hojo. As Ren awoke from a bad dream, he found himself tormented by uncertainty. Was it really just a dream or a suppressed childhood memory? The question has plagued him for some time. We didn't even get to pick a difficulty. Oh! So we have all sorts of bonus content. Okay, we can dress like other characters in the series, so that's what we were wearing just like last week and a couple weeks ago. And then we can spend points. I wish you could preview stuff. We have Ryza. This must be like a tie-in, like promotional thing. Ryza hat, camera obscura. We could do. Ooh, I like the witch's hat. I wish I could get that in Final Fantasy. There are hats that are like that. We're gonna keep the outfits normal for now. I wish that you could do those. Then there's Rin Hojo. So okay, you can dress up like Kay from Fatal Frame 3. You can also give him the camera obscura hat. And Miyu, who we were playing as earlier, she can dress up like Miku. And Mayu. Then we can get Miku's outfit from Fatal Frame 3. She can wear the witch's hat too. That's neat. Interesting, so you can play. Well, I gotta be honest, I played most of the series on easy and I kind of want to continue that. Even though this is like totally different. Who knows, maybe if I feel like it's too easy, I'll just bump it up a difficulty, but that's interesting that... Yeah, we played that on normal. Yeah, like, I want there to be some danger, but I... Oh, what? Oh, so you can... There's a shop. That's interesting. Mount Hikami, Yuri Kozukata. This is who we were playing as last time. A few days have passed since Yuri's introduction to shadow reading at the abandoned inn. Since then, Hisoka has gone off somewhere and hasn't returned. Yuri worries for Hisoka, but isn't sure how or where to start searching. As she sits waiting at the antique shop, a girl named Fuyuhi Himino shows up, claiming to have enlisted Hisoka to help her find a missing person. I feel like these are like cutscenes that maybe they didn't do. Like, they had to just cut out a lot of cutscenes. So this is the antique store. This is definitely a modern experience. I will say that. There's so many things that have made it much more modern and accessible.
Excuse me. Hello?
I'm looking for Hisoka Kurosawa. Is she here?
Oh, I'm sorry, but she stepped out.
My name is Fuyuhi Himino. I've been waiting for her to tell me if she could help me find someone. I still haven't got a reply from her.
You're looking for someone?
She might have gone to the mountain. Mount Hikami.
Mount Hikami.
Someone told me that they saw my friend there.
Yuri's mouth movement isn't that great.
It's an infamous suicide spot, isn't it?
Fuyui's is
I
fine.
don't know why Haruka would go to a place like that
Well, it's
and without even
good
saying a
enough.
word to me.
I'm not saying it's great, but Yuri's just like, eh.
Don't worry. As soon as Hisoka gets back, I'll tell her.
No, that's fine. I can't wait any longer. I'll go look for her myself.
Huh? Come back.
Why the fuck? We just loaded in and our boobs were over jiggling. Missing persons case. Hisoka left a few days ago and has been back. Maybe this is what she's been working on. Hisoka's room is upstairs. Maybe she left some clues as to her whereabouts. Oh, it even like plots it out on the map. Still nervous about standing here by myself as I've never been good at handling customers. I only just learned how to make coffee and I've never actually served a customer yet. These drawers seem to be where the shop's receipts and financial records are kept. I've not taken a proper look through them yet. Pendulum of the old grandfather clock sways slowly. The clock itself may be broken, but it works well as a decoration. Hisoka said she likes the rhythmic sound of the pendulum and the chimes that mark the hour. I mean, it is an antique shop. It'd be weird if it was super digital. It's an antique clock on top of an old dresser. Hisoka has a thing for clocks. The shop is full of them. She said she finds them comforting. The road in front of the shop leads to Mount Hikami. It was built for the tourists, but the only people who use it now are the people who live here. It's a tobacco tray. It looks more like an antique accessory case than a functional tobacco tray. It's a clock with a large bell. You can check like everything. It's a big antique sofa. It's been here since I first came to the shop. I don't think it'll sell, but Hisoka doesn't seem to mind. The cupboard is filled with cups that we don't use anymore. The radio has been set as a decoration. The tuner doesn't work anymore, so it only ever puts out white noise. Well, why the fuck do you even have it turned on? This is the customer restroom. Hisoka and I take turns cleaning it. They just come in there and fucking drop. Big old Taco Bell steamer right in the toilet. They make absolute certain fucking lootly that you don't miss shit. A book about Mount Hikami was lying on the bookshelf. It seems to be about the rumors surrounding Mount Hikami as a site of spiritual activity. How's the place become famed for suicide? As more people die, the place will gain a reputation. People are drawn to these spots out of a desire not to be alone in the end. Interestingly, these suicide spots are rarely known as hotspots for spiritual activity. That's what makes Mount Hikami distinct from the others. It's both a tradition of suicide and has long been associated with ghost sightings. Then there are the so-called Maidens of Black Water. Hey, it's part of the title. It's said if you're found by one of those maidens, they will lead you to your death. Those caught in the maiden's gaze never again leave the mountain, or so the rumors go. There are also tales of specters on Mount Hikami who relive their own death. Those who do not die in accordance with local practices become cursed, forced to relive their final moments for eternity. Many of the people who have been kept from committing suicide on Mount Hikami claim to have seen a maiden or one of those looping specters and felt a strong compulsion to kill themselves. Perhaps it is because of the stories of maidens and ghosts that the mountain continues to be a popular spot for those looking to take their own life. Alright, that was plenty fucked up. I should say before we get to reading this next one, the stream has a hard cap for 2 hours from now because my ISP is doing maintenance starting at about midnight. So if we suddenly disconnected around midnight Eastern time, then that's my ISP's fault, and I will post the rest up on YouTube, but I will use that to like find the nearest stopping point. We won't play all that much off stream. Mount Hikami has long been feared to be haunted. In the past, it was said that sleeping with one's feet facing the mountain was taboo. Watching the sunset between the mountain, too, was believed to invite forth beings from the netherworld. Today, the mountain is said to call to those fascinated by death. Countless rumors abound of people spirited away to that accursed peak. They are said to venture to the mountain alone, leaving behind no trace of themselves. Some say the bodies of those who vanished can be found at the bottom of the Lake of the Departed on the mountain summit. Since becoming a tourist destination, the prevalence of such frightening tales did seem to diminish for a while. Even so, despite its fleeting status as a tourist hotspot, Mount Hikami is yet to shake its reputation as a cursed mountain, a place of death. Today it has become a popular place at which to commit suicide. Boy, that's a lot of unaliving your self-discussion for like not even the first hour of the stream. So slow to do that. Okay, those are stairs. We can't make her go faster. I don't think. I'll check out the whole bottom floor first. I know we have to go upstairs. Oh, fuck. There was 2 sets of stairs. Grumble, grumble. Back door's locked as usual. This leads to the bathroom. Hisoka prefers a large bathtub, but it's too large for me to relax in very easily. Wait. This room is usually used for storage, but it's been tidied up for use as a guest bedroom. I stayed in this room when I first came here. Now that I think about it, Hisoka must keep it as a place the people she finds can stay in. That's a weird sentence. I guess because we're missing context, does she just pick up random people and be like, hey, sleep at our antique shop? There's a clock on top of an old dresser. The face is worn and faded. Hisoka seems to really like this clock. Japanese style blind has been hung here. The fabric looks like it's been repurposed from something else. Alright, so we have 2 sets of stairs. This looks like the intended path, so we're going to do the exact opposite. I literally just like hyper pressed every button to see if we could like move this along a little bit, but nope. A pretty kimono hangs on a rack. There's nothing of interest in here. That was a Long delay. We'll be right back. We're back. Sorry about that. Sometimes the call of the wild is strong, and I must answer it. I did run an ad during that, though, so at least nothing was missed, and we get a little bit longer until the next ad runs. I'm not going to read some of this flavor text out loud. Like, if it's clearly not story stuff. This is Hisoka's room. She really likes the traditional Japanese style. I was also getting kind of hot, so I had to find somewhere to take the house robe. It's an old Japanese style full length mirror. Never like looking into mirrors. Nope. Client, missing item, diary, token, photo of the deceased, details, locate mother's diary, client seeks info on their late mother, relates to a deceased individual, apply caution, results. The caretaker of the deceased had burned the diary at her request. Storeroom key, locate a key, may already be lost. It was hidden by the client's parent. Diamond ring. Stupid. Reference material for a book about traditional practice in Mount Hikami area. Bad location with minimal danger anticipated. Client is an acquaintance. Found an old building of abandoned inn. Shadow attempted to drag Yuri toward the netherworld. Should have gone alone. Must warn Yuri to stay away from the mountain. Shadow reading is the ability to read traces of the past, not unlike the ability commonly known as psychometry. By following these traces, it is possible to find things that have gone missing or which were no longer visible, things that are demonstrably there, but for reason unknown are all but invisible. Things the owner wish to have forgotten. Things whose owners have passed away, things that no longer wish to be seen, things drawn partway into the netherworld, invisible within our own. Such items can be called back to the world of the living. Unlike these objects, however, people who have been spirited away must not be chased after lightly. In many such cases, they have been taken by creatures of the netherworld who linger nearby. Utmost caution must always be applied. I feel like I've done so much reading so far. So this is Fuyui's missing person requests. Dear Miss Kurosawa, please find Haruka. She went missing over a week ago. You do still take on missing persons cases, don't you? I've contacted the police, but they're no help. This issue is probably spirited away. Haruka wouldn't have gone anywhere without telling me. I'm certain something bad has happened. I can handle my own grief, but I can't stand the thought of her suffering somewhere. What if she's waiting for me to find her? I'm worried sick. Haruka is still alive, I know it, but something has to be done and quick. Remember when you found that precious picture of me and Haruka? I was so happy to have it. Now I need your help once again.
Hisoka. She must have gone to Mount Hikami to look for this girl. Mount Hikami. A place where many come to take their lives. I'm positive that Fuyuhi must have come here.
Mount Hikami. Fuyui is somewhere on this mountain. I should really use this picture of her to find her trace. Well, if Crisis Core has taught me anything, it's going backwards. Okay, so that doesn't do anything. Ooh. This is giving me some medium vibes in terms of the lack of player agency. I don't know how I feel about that. The road has collapsed and the stone stairs are cut off. It must have been the landslide. The old road seems to carry on up the edge of the cliff. There's something on the ground, just so you don't miss it. Stick out. What the fuck? That's goofy. Sometimes a ghost hand will appear when you try to reach for an object. Release R2 at the right moment to dodge it. If you do get grabbed, do that. A tourist brochure. I wonder if Fuyui dropped it. There's a map of the mountain. Should be very useful. So this is away from the pool of purification to the unfathomable forest. Got it. Shrine of Dolls. The unfathomable forest. Mountain path. Shrine of the ephemeral. Twilight Peak. Forbidden Valley. Ephemeral Station. Forest Station. Mikomori Station. Mikomori Pond. Mikomori Hot Springs. Hikami Tunnel. Old exit. Unfathomable Forest again. So, is this like a more open world experience? Or? Purifying embers. Coals light the forbidden flame. They dry you and remove the taint of the black water. The wetness gauge in the lower right of the screen will light up when you come in contact with water. If you get drenched, you'll become an easy target for malevolent spirits. Use purifying embers to dry yourself off. An old stone monument that's been set in the rocky hollow. It's covered in moss, so I can't tell if there's any writing on it. Must be a memorial for those who lost their lives in a landslide. So, being wet is bad, okay? And her clothes actually will match. So we have to actively avoid water. That was kind of cool. It's a herbal medicine. Pills are made from a myriad of herbs. Consume them will restore some health. That road's collapsed. We don't have the camera obscura. Fun. Oh, hell no. There's something in the water. We'll just go out and get it, I guess. Oh, yeah, it's pretty important. It is the camera obscura. Hisoka's camera obscura. What's it doing here? We got a bunch of Type 14 film. Got the stun lens. So when you change lens, you gotta give it a minute to load. Interesting. Come on, attack! Attack! Alright, well, fuck you too then. Camera obscura must have been carried here by the current. This means Hisoka is on the mountain too. But I should focus on finding Fuyui first. She can't have gone far. Can't see the bottom. Nobody could survive a drop from this height. Here you can see the whole area below the waterfall. There's a shrine road wiped out by the landslide and the path that leads up here. You gonna yell at me for going the wrong way? A tall fence blocks the path. Beyond is an expansive forest. There doesn't appear to be any way around. Hey, more Type 14 film. Just kidding. Maybe we should switch to Type 14 film. That's what I usually use. Fuyui Himino entering the forest. What a thrill. Darkness and silence through the night. There was someone by the shrine on the other side of the river. Was it Fuyuhi? I don't know. They were really fucking far away. I couldn't see anything. It's telling us to go that way, which makes sense. Meanwhile, I don't have Gold Star for the week. I'm gonna be in so much trouble when I move in with Savvy, because I'm gonna be a lot closer to a Gold Star probably. So can the trace literally just like guide you through? Yeah, kinda, sorta. Our trace ends here. There's a note lying among the dead leaves. It looks like Fuyui Himino's. I don't know what to do now that Haruka's gone missing. I can't do anything on my own. It's like I can't breathe. We've been close since we were children. Now she's gone, I realize how important she is to me, how irreplaceable. I can't stop thinking I could have done something when she left that day. Maybe if I'd said something, I could have stopped her from going. The waiting is unbearable. I should have been the one to disappear. It should be me. If Haruka comes back, there's so much I want to tell her. I should tell her how I really feel before we end things together. Maybe she's already known for a long time, but I'll tell her anyway. I have to tell her. Okay, we still barely managed to get the hanged woman there. Oh, okay. That's what I get for falling asleep at the proverbial wheel. Is that a schoolgirl? Come on. It's just like your opinion, man. There's all sorts of items out here in these woods. That is much better film. Okay, so they do let you explore a little bit, which I'm pleased to see. So that's the right way. So we go the wrong way. I do this in Crisis Core all the fucking time. Oh, what's that? Does this lead towards the boss? Okay, let me not head the right way. I have yet to dodge one of them fucking ghosts. They grab you quick. So water is very much a thing on this mountain. Sacred water, that's a full heal. I should have just taken the picture. I was like, surely it'll come closer. And it didn't. That's kind of fucking terrifying. Hold up. Damn it. I'm never fast enough. I hate it. It barely hurts, it's just more annoying than anything. Let me tell you, I hate the fuck out of this. So much so that I'm making it the thumbnail. Countless dolls are lined up around the shrine. Maybe this shrine used dolls in its ceremonies. They look like they've been out here for quite some time. Expose the elements. Ooh, those are fast. Like, I think I have to be pretty much, like, on the ready with the lock-on feature. The countless dolls smile vacantly. Door's shut. Doesn't look like Fuyui went to the shrine. Are you sure that she didn't go? Yeah, okay, there's that. Haruka and I have been close since kindergarten. We sang a song together at graduation. It was called The Song of Memories. Haruka and I looked at each other when we sang it. Haruka and I looked at each other when we sang together. I'll never forget that. Thinking about those times a lot lately. They were the best. If I even hum that tune, I start to tear up. That wasn't the lady I've been looking for. So she left and went this direction. Girl watching from behind. Boy watching from behind. Girl watching from behind. Alright, so this is the way I went earlier. Follow the path until we get to a split. So you went there. That means I'm gonna go this way. Oh, hi. So these are the ghosts of all the people that have killed themselves. And they all have the same attack patterns, even though they don't follow the series tradition of keeping, like, when you see a model, you know how it's going to attack you. This game doesn't do that. Instead, it has multiple models with the same pattern. I have to like barely hold on to the R2 button. Yeah, let's see what we can do. Oh, wow. So these are really expensive. Here I was thinking we had a shitload of points, but we don't. So this gives you more range. This makes it so you can rapid fire. This increases your damage. This gives you more spirit power. Okay. And then this is all for stun. Makes stun cheaper. Did she really cross the water? No, she sure the fuck didn't. That means we're not going to either. I hope that each character has their own pickups. I'm not just hogging them all. So if I die, that is what the, I forget what it is with the stones in the PS2 games would do. I like it here. I can die alone here. There's no one to stop me. I can take things slowly. A peaceful, dignified death. Life is nothing but misery and suffering. I'm sick of it. That was someone's suicide note. We don't know who. But this is the path. Is that her?
Fuyuhi. Fuyuhi.
Haruka. She's here on the mountain.
Have you seen her?
No, but she's here. I have to find her.
Now you can see shit clearly. Like,
I wonder.
these are some pretty strong images.
Why did the two of us survive? We made a promise that we'd all die together.
When will we get the chance to join the others? Hey, I'll go and look for Haruka. Let's go back.
Right, so is this an escort mission?
To die alone in a place like this.
I mean, we already know the AI like teleports around and shit, so. Oh. So that. Let me like review these. Alright, so it doesn't change anything except what the face buttons do. So you make it. Okay. I like how they've only got me at 35 minutes. Then game timer is very generous. The audio is pretty stellar.
Fuyuhi!
Do we have to fight children? I mean, this isn't the first time we've fought children, but that's fun for Yuki. They're not really doing much in the way of attacking. Piss off. Oh. I was not expecting an adult to show up. Any more of you bitches want some? Oh, you still want some? I thought we were done. Locking on is nice. Any more of you bitches want some? No? Alright, I thought not. She keeps trying to get in here.
Haruka, she's here.
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter if she's here. We don't want to be here. Something on the riverbank. Oh, honey, why are you out in the middle of the water? That's what happened to the camera.
Fuyuhi, where are you?
Oh, we need to get out of this rain, bro.
Close your eyes.
Oh, this was Hisoka's favorite.
In spring,
This one carried here by the river is like the camera obscura.
trees are blue in their full splendor. I know I remember you. Play with me forever. I know I'll remember you forever.
So they made the like soaking clothes into a gameplay mechanic, but I feel like it's also a way for them to lewd the characters.
Fuyuhi,
Play with me forever. I know I'll remember you forever and ever.
Trying to get this dodge down. It takes 100 years to do it. Whatever. Hey, I did it.
Why won't the pain stop?
I'm literally stuck at the riverbank. It's like she won't run past that. Come on.
Haruka. Ryuhi. Haruka. Ryuhi. Haruka. Ryuhi.
So she wasn't trying to die. She got kind of bewitched into it.
You've seen too much. You cannot leave the mountain. You will dissolve into nothing.
The subtitle was late as shit. The Tainted. Ghost text may leave you tainted by the black water. If this happens, your health will continually decrease. Shrine Maiden. She's the one that brought Fuyui here, the one who made her. Processing. It's too dangerous. I can't stay here. I'll have to go back for now. Damn it. I never can. I even just barely had the tip of my finger there. Looked into Mount Hikami, it's always been a spiritual place. Not spirituals and holy, but spirituals and filled with the spirits of the dead. Maybe that's why it's a suicide spot. Haruka wouldn't go die alone, though. Not without telling me. The book said people get spirited away to the mountain. They get called towards it and disappear alone. I read how it calls to people who are perceptive. Anxious, meek, who lack family. My heart skipped a beat when I read that. It was describing Haruka perfectly. She's so kind and accepting. She always opens up to me. She's alert even when she seems to be spacing out. She knows I'm thinking. Maybe she was spirited away. But where do people go when they're spirited away? The more I think about it, the scarier it gets, the more my heart starts pounding. Alright, so we gotta rely on the map. Which, yep, we just follow this path and it should lead us out eventually, I think. It was not down that way. While searching for a friend, Fuyui Himino ended up taking her own life. Having witnessed Fuyui's final moments, Yuri knows she wasn't alone when she died. What of the other woman who killed herself in the same way? Not to mention the mysterious shrine maiden, sodden from the rain. Yuri managed to locate Hisoka's camera obscura, along with the charm she always liked to wear. For now, she must return to the antique shop alone. Like we can replay stuff. So now we're playing as Ren Hojo, the author. Who sent Hisoka to find the photographs, takes a closer look at the album. One photo catches his eye and he decides to investigate further. He goes to the end with a camera obscura and Rui, his assistant. Post-mortem photography. I didn't see the next prompt, it was hidden. Ren Hojo, a writer, is haunted by a recurring dream in which he kills a young girl during a ritual. He receives an album of post-mortem photographs, located on his request by Hisoka. Upon viewing one of the photos, Ren recognizes the very scene from his dreams. Eager to delve further into this puzzling mystery, Ren heads to the abandoned inn in person this time, bringing along his assistant, Rui Kagamiya. Literally flew off the page.
Will you die with me?
She's beautiful, but she looks sad too.
Yeah.
Isn't she the type of woman that you get nervous around?
Yeah. There may be more of this stuff out there.
Shall I call Hisoka?
No, let's go there ourselves. It'll be quicker that way.
At this hour?
It won't take long.
So then, shouldn't you take the camera obscura? You haven't used it yet. This could be your chance. People say
Here's a
there's
different
something
model.
off about that place.
Okay.
My camera obscura is on the desk. Hisoka sent it back after appraising it for me. I should take that shadow reading report with me too. It may come in handy. Rudy's always complaining about me leaving things on the sofa. So... oh, we can even look at cutscenes and stuff again. So what I'm looking for is a profile on Rui, because I don't know. I don't know if they're just meant to be like kind of androgynous or what. There's an antique looking camera on the desk. You got Ren's camera obscura. Got the measure upgrade. We can see enemy health now. And an unfinished manuscript. Doesn't have a title. I'll need more materials to solidify the theme. Memorial portraiture, the act of photographing dead bodies, was a practice in Western countries in the 19th century, a time when photography was still a rare and expensive luxury. The bodies of recently deceased family members and loved ones are photographed in lifelike poses as a solemn keepsake of remembrance. While researching the phenomenon, I discovered that a similar custom made its way to Japan as well, known as post-mortem photographs. A small number of these photos still remain. I've been fortunate enough to obtain one such photograph, which I found to contain a certain beauty lacking in its Western counterparts. When photography first arrived in Japan, it was accompanied by the prevalent superstition that photographs could steal a person's soul. Whether anyone truly believed this or not, it surely gave postmortem photography a special significance in Japan. If photos were taken with this belief in mind, then postmortem photographs would not simply have been taken as keepsakes or for mourning purposes. Rather, the practice may have carried a certain deeper spiritual significance. This is from Hisoka. Toren Hojo, the camera you left me to look at is a device known as a camera obscura. Its purpose is to capture images of the supernatural, things invisible to the naked eye. These cameras are incredibly rare, with an almost mythical status in the antiques market. A few have been known to exist, but this is the first I've ever seen with compound lenses. I don't mean to frighten you, but rumor holds that to own a camera obscura is to invite misfortune. They say everyone who's owned one has either died, lost their mind, or gone missing. The cameras themselves have outlived many owners. While some aficionados do seek them out, the stories of previous owners meeting with such misfortune has had an impact on their values in antiques. My camera obscura was left to a local family after its previous owner passed away. They graciously gave it to me. I believe yours is still usable, but please do exercise caution doing so. Sincerely, Hisoka Kurosawa. P.S. The cover on your camera obscura is broken, but it seems it originally had a box shape. I doubt you'd sell it to me, but I'd like to borrow it for a while if you don't mind. I'm happy to compensate. Please think it over. So many things to pick up. Yuri's report. So this is just we pretty much saw this earlier. Cool. It's where we got the thing during chapter 1. Where did I put that book about Mount Hikami? Has Rue been tidying up again? It might be on one of the shelves. So much reading. I don't think the story has anything to do with what's going on now, but you never know. The Maiden's lair. Mount Hikami has long been steeped in legends revolving around suicide and ghost. Revered as a sacred place since time immemorial, it was once the worshipping ground and home of many shrine maidens. Once there was a man who fell in love with a maiden and came to the mountain in order to court her. However, she remained loyal to her duties and refused his advances. Enraged, the man killed her and threw her into the river. Several days later, he returned with a torch and blade and proceeded to brutally butcher all the shrine maidens on the mountain, tossing them into the river as he went. The waters of the mountain flowed red with blood, carrying the slaughtered corpses of the maiden all the way down to the pool of purification. It said the eyes of each of the shrine maidens had been gouged out. Just before killing the first maiden, tossing her in the river, the man's eyes met with those of his victim. Something in her eyes led him to murder the others, or so the legend goes. With all the maidens dead, he killed himself by cutting his own throat. The ghosts of shrine maidens, still drenched in those bloodied waters, have appeared on the mountain ever since. It said those who meet their eyes are led to their deaths. They follow the women into water and drown themselves. Though only a legend, the story is believed to be based on actual incident. Local records show that the bodies of several shrine maidens were discovered long ago, and that all rituals and rites ceased to be performed from that day on. Mr. Hojo can't clean up after himself. For someone who's lived alone for so long, he's incapable of housework. He can't cook, and he's bad at tidying up. I'm more like his caretaker than his assistant. He loses things all the time, and whenever he doesn't have a book he needs, he blows up. He usually ends up asking Miss Kurosawa for help. One time when I was trying to sort all of his books, there's one I couldn't find anywhere. It's like it just disappeared. Miss Kurosawa found it with her shadow reading. She went to his room on her own, and came back out a little while later with the missing book. She just smiled and said something about making the invisible visible. What is this shadow reading business anyways? That reminds me of that one time I was tidying up and I came across something I'd never seen before. It was like Miss Kurosawa said, the invisible became visible. It was kept inside an old box. I don't even know what it was. I put it aside to sort out later on, but when I went to take a proper look, it had vanished. It must have gone invisible again. Are we going to find another book?
It's almost sunset. We should hurry.
Yeah, let's go.
Ooh, that was a lot of reading. I appreciate that they gave us working mirrors. I don't think that's the first mirror that we've seen, but... Okay, so his works about the same.
There's a local superstition warning people not to go up Mount Hikami after dusk. If you climb the mountain in the twilight hours, it'll show you a different form. Its true form. Only those who wish to die come here at that time. I think that's the inn where the album was found. This must be Ichiru Manor. So, do you think you'll be able to use the camera obscura? I think you should try it out first, just to be sure.
Okay.
So we can take multiple photos at once. Use the multi-shot function to take 4 photos at once, dealing more damage to the ghost that you photograph. Taking multiple photos at once also helps get fatal frame shots. After a multi-shot, the camera obscura will take longer than usual to reload the film. Keep in mind that multi-shots quickly use up a lot of film. Yep. And he has to have his own upgrades.
Is the camera working?
Well, you look like you, so yeah.
Is that a good thing?
We should go.
I hear the older part of this inn, the part that's further back inside, it was part of some temple or shrine. After it became an inn, the proprietor's family lived here, but it doesn't look like anyone's been here for a while. There was a massive landslide that hit Mount Hikami. Maybe they were all buried under the rubble. Hey, it looks like the album you asked for was found in the old building.
Yeah, sure looks that way.
That's a lot of overlapping talking. Oh hey, this is that building from the prologue. I want to investigate it. Camera's reacting to something. Drowned woman. This room is usually where we throw down at. Hatch on the duct has shut itself. Must have been the wind. Woman in the shadows. Man in the shadows. Woman in the shadows. I think everything that it's pointing to is further in. Like that. Hands waving in the dark. Okay, it's telling us to go that way, but I really want to head up here.
This is the way to the place Ahsoka mentioned.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
It should be around here.
Is he going? Yeah. I was wondering if I'd get yelled at. The doll has moved again. Alright. We'll go back and pick that thing up. Yeah, even the ghost is like, I gotta back up. Package is being delivered. I think I know what it is. Yeah.
This must be the room where Hisoka found that album.
Yeah, it seems so.
Camera's reacting to something. This feels kind of janky. Oh, you have to lock on, or else it doesn't do shit. Trouble note is materialized. This must be what the camera's reacting to. It's note lying on the shelf. How long has it been since I lost everything? The mountain swallowed up half my inn. All I have left is an old album of postmortem photographs, the one left by my father. I don't even know who these photos are of, but it's the last vestige of family I have. How long have I spent here wallowing in the darkness? It doesn't matter. I'll burn it all, and then there will only be me. I think I'll end up in the observation room on the roof. The sunset is lovely up there. Alright, so we're going to use it as a token. Oh, I got them both.
According to the stories, after the landslide, the owner of the inn moved to the 3rd floor. They say he burned himself to death there, or that he threw himself into the lake.
Common enough story.
Tell me about it. Since then, they say that if you look up at the third floor veranda, you'll see someone looking back down.
Really?
Finally. The timing on that is hella quick. Supposed to be using a trace, but we're doing a pretty poor job of it, if you ask me. There's something over there. They don't let you miss any items if you're even remotely close. It's kind of janky if you want to like follow it in real time. It's better just use it as reference, I think, instead of following it while it's moving. Oh. Okay. I know where that's at. They don't seem to hide in the walls as much, which I greatly appreciate. Should be safe to get this now. Even before the landslide, there were always strange goings on around here. Some years ago, 2 girls went missing on a college field trip. The police were stumped. A few days later, one of the girls turned up again, seemingly out of her mind. There were lots of theories, but most people believed they were simply spirited away. That girl came back each year to look for a friend, like some sort of pilgrimage. Countless people have gone missing over the years. We're all used to it by now. My father was spirited away too, as was the folklorist Keiji Watarai. Next will be my turn, I bet. I'll vanish with the rest of them. I doubt anyone will think to come looking for me. So I just noticed there's something really weird going on with my chat. Like, why did it clear out on my chicken nuggets? Let me send a test message and see if it pops up over on the side. Yeah, it does. Okay. It's weird they like cleared it all out. I think Twitch is tripping. Oh wait, I know where we're going. We just have to take a really weird way to get there. Yeah, I was looking at the VOD and I was like, why is there no chat stuff over on the left? Because like people had been chatting. I hadn't seen anything. Almost 2 hours. So I thought maybe the chat was broken. I wouldn't have thought that just from people not talking, just to be clear. But the fact that it also disappeared on top of the nuggets, that's what caused me to actually have concern. Also, that's not the right way. I think it was back. And then we go here. And I think it's at the bottom of the stairs. I can't get the hatch to the duct open. It's being held shut by a powerful force. My camera is reacting to it. Sync shots. Taking photos identical to the psychic photographs taken with the camera obscura can break seals blocking your access. Can they... You stupid bastard. I need to see... These are not the photos that I need. Is it items, records, tokens? Yeah. Alright, so it's... They really could have made an easier way. Damn it. There we go. Yeah, they could have made it a little bit easier to compare. I'm just saying. Key on yellow keychain. I don't need a map for this. Fucked him up. If they're gonna give it to me, I might as well use it, right? Because it would have taken about that many shots to kill it. Might as well get them all guaranteed fatal frames. She's about to attack. maybe. Right behind you. Oh. It's weird having a partner character with you. Come on. Just gonna give him a little love tap here in the back. Here. We dodged it. I don't understand how that works. Because it used to be you held it there. Oh, is that how many targets you have in the frame? Finally! It took a minute. You got a lot of health. This place has gone from a tourist hotspot to a suicide hotspot, but I suppose that was always the case. The mountain and death go together, side by side. Mikamori is once known as the Grove of Shrine Maidens, a sacred grove where the mountain's maidens oversaw the deaths of pilgrims, easing their passing to the other side. I like that. I envy it. I wish someone would be there to see me off. See me off. Ugh. That was...
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
Running at me like that scared the shit out of me. It's the scariest thing I've seen yet. Oh, our health is great. For some reason I thought it was way lower. Cool. There's a lot of really good things about this game that the series could have benefited from, in my opinion. I think the only thing that I'm really kind of on is the fact that it's not a fixed perspective. That's probably my only complaint. Sunset beckons. It's calling me into the water. This is the right thing to do. Well, Beavis? The window below is shattered. Did that man jump from here? You missed the water. What a Goofus. Yes, I'll happily take more film. Alright, this is where I have to go to proceed, apparently. I let the shadow walking take me there. Man staring at something. He's just looking. Whole room is charred. A man might have left something behind. If he did, it'll likely be hidden.
Looks like there was a fire. This must be where the innkeeper moved.
Wow. I'm not sure how I feel about the tilting of the camera thing. Like, it's neat, but I felt like they overly complicated some of the combat with it.
Rui!
Really?
Rui! What's wrong? Is something there? Oh!
I need these ghosts to be a little bit more aggressive. It did like no damage. How'd I miss? Still no kill. Thank you.
What were you doing? Can't you remember anything? Let's go home.
You cannot leave the mountain.
Huh?
You will dissolve into nothing.
We're leaving.
Woman dressed like a shrine maiden. Is she connected to that note I found? The album of postmortem photographs was assembled by folklorists who lived on the mountain. His name was Keiji Watarai. He became fascinated by the custom and moved to Mount Hikami to study how it spread through Japan. My father seemed to take an interest in these photos as well. Strange foreign customs always fascinated him. While he was running the inn, he helped Watarai collect postmortem photographs of the nearby town. On Mount Hikami, the water itself was deified. It seems like Watarai wanted to get a deeper understanding of this unique outlook, so he set up a house in the forest to experience it firsthand. He was greatly aided by my father, who had already set up the inn by that point. He remodeled it from an old unused shrine. I think he thought the extra religious heft would help attract more visitors. One day, the folklorists went missing. Several people formed a search party, but they were unable to find a trace. Even the road to his house seemed to have been lost to the woods. My father scoured the mountain too, but all he found was that photo album. He was soaking wet when he got back. I remember he was acting strangely. His eyes had this curious glint, almost like he'd been possessed by something. The next thing I knew, my father went missing as well. I'd forgotten about the photos until I found them inside the old building after the landslide. But now I understand why my father left. Watarai too. These photos are so beautiful. Keiji Watarai, a folklorist who lived on Mount Hikami. Hisoka probably has some books about him. We should get back. Rui needs to rest. The photo album left behind by the innkeeper was put together by a folklorist who lived on Mount Hikami. As Ren and Rui explored the inn and traced the spirit of its owner, a ghost tried to lure Rui to suicide. Then, through the pouring rain, an ominous shrine maiden appeared. Ren and Rui left the mountain with more questions than when they started. Yay. Okay, Rui is a woman. I just looked it up. She's also underage. So. With Hisoka still missing, Yuri recalls what she witnessed on the mountain, Fuyuhi taking her own life while entranced by a malevolent spirit, and the bodies of dead shrine maidens washed up at the pool of purification. These disquieting images leave Yuri with no doubt that Mount Hikami houses some kind of horrifying secret. Yuri takes the camera obscura that she found on the mountain and begins searching for a token that will lead her to Hisoka.
Suicide, huh? There was no body, right? And you said, what was it? That lots of women's bodies washed up afterwards? I think there have been reports saying something like that before. Oh, well. I'll see what I can find out tomorrow.
Here's the thing. I will go with this stream until it gets knocked offline, but my ISP is about to do maintenance. So that's going to be rough. So when the stream dies, I won't be back for the rest of the night. They estimate it's going to be about 6 hours. However, I will play until the next reasonable stop point and post it to YouTube in the morning. So just be mindful of that. Anyways, Hisoka's camera obscura is on the desk. It's the only picture with the camera obscura that shows anything. A dark silhouette standing on what looks like a body of water. The other photos are no good. They're all black, as if they're exposed to strong light. This doesn't tell me anything. Maybe there are more clues in Hisoka's room. I wasn't anticipating another... Like, I figured it'd be one character per chapter, or drop, as they call them, which I think is weird, but it's like a water drop, I guess. Or like the maidens being dropped into the river. There's some baskets and file cases. Yep. I'm not reading that stuff, so I need to actually respect it. Hisoka. She liked to sit at her desk to relax. The Japanese style of the room helped her de-stress. Door is locked. The camera obscura is reacting to it. It's under the bed. Something in the picture. It's the storeroom on the first floor. We are going to quit once we get to a reasonable stopping place anyways, though. I promise tomorrow's stream will actually go for, like, start on time and go for the full length, because we kind of robbed ourselves at 2 hours. This is really fun, though. It's kind of neat. Oh, it's the door. I thought that was like blood running down a window. Shows what my dumb ass knows. This is the bathroom. We're looking for the storeroom, which I believe this is it. Maybe it opens a drawer in Hisoka's desk. Do we really need this marked? This is so... of course there's things to read. There's always things to read. Subject Miku Hinasaki. Personal photo. Disappeared searching for a missing brother, but was found. Mother of one, father unknown. Disappeared again 3 years later. Interesting. So this is a Fatal Frame 1 and a Fatal Frame 3 reference. Photographer. Client is her daughter's guardian. Search abandoned. Attempted shadow reading several times. The traces were too weak to follow. Subject is alive, but newer or stronger token is required. And maybe the subject does not want to be found. So that's what Miku looks like. Samugi Kadashina, family physician. Unstable family, tendency to blame herself for strife with her half-sister, bears self-inflicted wounds. Strict family may be the cause, will ask doctor for care after subject is found. Search abandoned, contacted by the family. Matter has been turned over to the police, have been asked to drop the investigation. Is that a Yuri Kozukata personal photo? Emotionally unstable after family lost an accident. Stopped going to school a few days ago. Neighbors say she left home as normal. Claims to see things other can't. Now recovered. Taken into custody. Observation required. Safely in my custody. Believe close attention is necessary. Will look after her for a while. I don't know if the second one was a reference to anything. I know it wasn't the first three games. At least I don't think it was. So, possibly the fourth game, but we don't get access to that, unfortunately. Oh, that's Yuri's bedroom. But Miku was in Fatal Frame 1 and Fatal Frame 3 as a playable character for both. Use a small key to unlock the drawer. Haruka Momose. Haruka Momose F. Himino. Client and subject used to be cafe regulars. A group suicide was reported at the time of disappearance. Connection unknown. Quiet, gentle girl seemed keen to please others. Miyu Hinasaki. We played as her at the very beginning. Been looking for a birth mother, missing since subject's childhood, uttered something about Mount Hikami, according to her talent agent. Said to possess psychic powers. Client is very worried. Cassette tape from an answer machine. The label shows a date and a client's name. This one is a new one, but Ren Hojo is somebody that we are familiar with. Known to wander off, went incommunicado while gathering postmortem photographs for Ren, awaiting possible contact. Gives a bad impression, seems quite unlike Ren. Hisoka's journal. Met with a potential client, doesn't know whether subject is alive or dead, says she may have wandered off somewhere, may be waiting for help. Doesn't want to leave home in case subject comes back on her own. I don't know if I'd say that. I tripped up, said something I shouldn't have. I asked what she'd do when we find her. She laughed and said, when she gets back, there are things I want to tell her. Her smile looked forced. She looked worn down by it all. I should mind my own business. I'm worried about leaving Yuri alone, but this one's urgent. No time to lose. I have to go. So there's Haruka. That could be a token. Hey, we're going back to Mount Hikami. As we just don't don't like living, apparently. Is it living? I don't think so.
Forgive me.
Girl in uniform. That looks like the girl we've been looking for. What was that? Is there something in that room? The internet could go out at any moment now. Just heads up. There's an old file on top of some luggage. Looks like a report on a shadow reading case that most of it has been erased, making it difficult to read. Kari Narumi, Kyoko Narumi. Personal photo. Yeah, my ISP's doing maintenance. For 5 months? That means you couldn't do anything like normally either. You only want it to go out during your schedule. Subject deceased, nothing I could do. Girl in school uniform. It's been crumpled up so many times you can't make out the face. Lol. Yeah. Are you still in the AHA trainer chat? As I saw the asking for help, I was like, damn, that's crazy, bro. Oh, they're gonna kick you tomorrow? Oh, well. Don't fuck around. You're going to be excommunicado in the world of John Wick. It's spirited away. Hisoka, this time I'm the one who will save you. Using the camera obscura, Yuri found a number of missing persons case files connected to Mount Hikami. She's now more determined than ever to head back to the mountain and find Hisoka. I do like that we get like a synopsis of what we've done. This is a perfect time for this to end, actually. That was an interlude is what that was. That's why it didn't have us do anything. Okay. I wish we could view these outfits. Damn it. It irritates me. Oh, you can wear like rings and stuff. Interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the stream here. That way we don't get interrupted by my internet getting bamboozled. We will try to start as close to on time tomorrow as possible. But until then, y'all be safe, be kind, and I will catch you later.